YouTube, it's Let's Try and See with Dina B. And today I got this beautiful, colorful look using my Juvia's Place palettes. And I think I used one other palette also. But I wanted to come up with like some beautiful spring, summery, islandy type vibes going on. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna call this look just yet, but I like it. I used a different technique to kind of create my cut crease. You'll see that in the video. I hope you guys like it and try to like use it because I think that's a whole lot easier than, you know, what we're used to or whatnot. So I want you guys to check that out. But before we get into the video, I'm gonna need you to do one thing and one thing only. You see that little red button on that side? Yeah? It's right there. Yep, subscribe. I'm gonna need you to hit that subscribe button. It's easy, it's free. You know what I'm saying? You get hip, you know, to the new stuff that's going on in the makeup community. You know what I'm saying? Though, to be perfectly honest, you know, I'm super late. You know, I'm not that new on this. I'm super extra late. But you know what? I got it. And my explanation between this, let me explain something to you. Okay? This is like my second or third Super Stay foundation that I use. And I was like screaming, Maybelline Super Stay, Maybelline Super Stay. I was screaming it, okay? But when you're trying to find your own foundation color and you're trying to see how things look, you could end up buying 1, 2, or 3 of these because I think it's only 16 shades in this, okay? So you might buy 1 or 2 or even 3 bottles of this. That's $30 out the gate. But then there's 40 shades of this, and the likelihood of finding your shade in 40 shades compared to 16 shades, it's a lot higher here. So this is a better investment. So that's why I went ahead and grabbed it, just in case, because I know I probably started my channel off, saying I'm not buying anything X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, as we learn, as we mature, as we understand things, you know, we understand that, yeah, maybe this is a better investment. So yeah, that's what I did with that. So once you've subscribed, onto the video. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be a blast. You'll see some beautiful colors, you'll see some different techniques, and you know what else you'll see? You'll see this, all of this, all of this. Some of that, a little bit of that, yep, you gonna see it. All right, so on to the video. Okay, so we're gonna start off with our eyebrows done, and we're gonna go into our magic palette, and we're gonna grab Kissy, and we're gonna create our white or light base for our eyeshadows. That way our eyeshadows will pop. So that's what we're going in with a fluffy brush, and we're gonna go into Kissy and just basically create a white base so that everything can pop and show up. And also in that same magic palette, we are going to get Zakaya, which is that beautiful orange kind of color. And we're going to create our transition color. And that's what we're doing. Just basically blending it in to get like a decent shore colors. Now I also felt that the color wasn't as bright as I wanted it. So what I did was I built it up to the best of my ability and made sure that it was blended out really, really well. And then after that, I went and grabbed my Morphe 3502 palette, and I grabbed that orange out of there. And right underneath there went in with that orange to kind of brighten it up a little bit more. But then I left a little bit of Zakaya on the top so that it looks more like a transition. So that's what you see me here doing. And then I went into that brown to kind of deepen it around the cut crease area, because we are going to create a cut crease a little later in the video. So I was using a fluffy brush and that brush wasn't giving me the payoff that I wanted. So I switched my brush, and as you can see, it comes off a lot better here. That brown showing up much more. And then I switched to a darker shade of brown, which you will see in a second. So once I got over here, I was like, you know what? This isn't coming up the way I really want. So I'm gonna go back into my Morphe 3502 palette and grab that brown. So that's what I did there. So I deepened that up a little bit. Then after that, I think that's when I grabbed my makeup, whatchamacallit, yeah, I was dancing. Then I grabbed my makeup wipe, and what I did was I basically cut my crease, but I wiped away all the makeup that was right on my mobile lid, basically so that my cream concealer does not get muddy. And I've noticed that on some looks this is a lot easier, and the payoff is a lot better for me. So that's what I'm doing there. Now, as you see, I pointed that out, that it's clean on the bottom. You need to have the makeup on the top. Then I go into my Juvia's Place palette and see, I'm looking at that purple, but then I go ahead and I put my concealer on. So I've already kind of picked out the color that I want. So I put my concealer on both eyes, and then after that I'll go back into my Juvia's Place palette, which is the Zulu palette, and I grab that purple. But that's what you see me doing here. Okay, so now I grabbed my concealer brush, and I'm basically in patting motions because I want the concealer to remain thick. I'm not really trying to thin it out. That way that the colors will show up a lot brighter. So that's what you see me doing right now. I'm just basically kind of letting it dry, and then I'm going ahead and setting it with my, I think this is the Black Radiance Banana Setting Powder. I'm setting that and basically drying it up so that it can work as my base. So that's what you see me doing there, and I'm going to do that on both eyes. Okay, so now I've picked my colors, and I'm going in with this fluffy brush here, and I'm going to, now with this technique, I'm creating like a long V, and I am brushing the purple over my cut crease area to kind of create like a little shape, and I am bringing that crease all the way back, almost damn near to the tip of my eyebrow. So like the end of my eyebrow. So I am pulling that back and like basically brushing it out so that it's thin towards my eye and full and dark towards the end of the eye, if that makes any sense. I'm hoping I'm making a lot of sense, but you can see it obviously in the video, because I want that purple to be nice and bright. And then I'm going into my Magic palette, and I'm grabbing Ife, which is a darker purple. It's almost blue. And I'm very concentratingly, if that's a word, I'm concentrating the bluish purple right there in the corner right there to create some definition. So that's what you see me doing there. And I'm going to do that on both eyes. And you see how I'm sweeping it across to kind of deepen my cut crease. So that's what you see me doing. I'm doing it both ends, and then I'm also bringing it across my bottom lash line. I'm knocking the bottom lash line out, but I probably will touch that up later. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to grab, using my fingers, I'm going to grab that shimmery teal color. And I'm using my fingers because it's a lot easier to use my fingers because the warmth from my hand really makes that shimmer shine. So that's what you see me doing there, and it's a lot easier. You can't really use a brush with this color for some reason. I noticed that when I was doing another video, that the shimmers really apply a lot better using your fingers. So that's what I'm doing there. And I'm basically going on and adding some layers to just make that color pop. And that's exactly what it's doing. I love this Zulu palette. It's amazing. It is amazing and a half. Like, it's bomb. So now I'm taking my makeup wipe and I am cleaning up any fallout, anything that might have not been in the right place for me. So that's what I'm doing there. Makeup wipes are like the best. There's no reason to get any expensive ones. Just grab you some cheap ones and go from there. And I'm brushing with the brush now, only kind of to drag that color up a little bit. That's what I'm doing. So then I go ahead and retouch what I might have messed up. That's what we're doing, is we blend away, we retouch, we blend, we blend, we blend. And then from this point, I am going in with my Maybelline gel liner in the color black, and I am creating my wing. So I'm going to line my eyes and I'm going to wing it out to the best of my ability. I am not the best at winging, plus I have hooded lids, so yeah, it's always a struggle, but that's what you see me doing here. Okay, so now from this point, I'm going to grab this brush and I am going back into my Juvia's Place palette, and I'm going to grab this purple color from the Zulu palette, and I'm going to blend out the edges here. So that's what you see me doing. I'm going to blend it to make those edges look a lot more prettier, so that color in the middle will have both teal and purple. That way it's a more creative, feathered look. And then I'm going in with my mascara. So that's what you see me doing there. Any mascara I do, it doesn't have to be any special mascara. I don't spend money on mascara, so yeah. I'm cheap. Then I am going back in with this mechanical black pencil. And anything that got any kind of eyeshadow on it or powder or anything like that, I just basically do touch-ups with this. It's a super soft pencil that I got from the beauty supply store. And then I'm also lining my lower lash line, my waterline. So that's what you see me doing there. Okay, so now I take that same pencil, and what I do is I slowly draw a black line right where my cut crease should be. So you see that? I draw that black line where the cut crease should be, and then I take that same brush that I was using when I was putting down that purple, and then I just brush this out, blend it to my heart's content, blend it till I can't see a line anymore, basically creating a very easy cut crease. Okay, so now at this point, we're going to go ahead and do my foundation routine. I'm going to start with this primer. And then the only little difference that I'm doing now is after I do my primer, I'm going to go in with this Maybelline foundation in Cocoa, which is like a foundation that's a little bit too dark, just to brown out my Fenty 420 just to add a little bit more brown because I'm getting this light tan now. Okay, so I'm taking that cocoa and I am putting it on my hand, and then I am going to grab my beauty blender and make sure I dab the cocoa kind of around my face. You see how it's a little dark? You can barely even see it. And then I'm going in with the Fenty 420, which is my actual shade, but I'm blending it in so that it matches my complexion. Sometimes these shades don't, compensate for, different undertones and things like this. This is a very, very close match, but just needed a little tiny bit of this more brown, cocoa brown. So that's what I'm doing there. And I'm just like working that in, doing my best to work it. So yeah, I'm blending that in really, really good. And then I'll move into the next step. Okay, so here I am grabbing my FAWN LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm laying my concealer down, and then I will blend that out with the wet beauty blender. So I'm getting that good. And then you'll notice that I kind of brought my concealer like all the way down to my freaking chin like a crazy person. But all you have to do is go in with your foundation color and go back over the concealer just to kind of even it back out to your normal skin tone. And you will see me do that in a second. Okay, so now I'm grabbing my black opal finishing powder and I'm doing my highlighted areas. And then on top of that, I'm using my Black Radiance loose powder in banana. I'm going to go right over that to kind of brighten it up just a little bit because I wanted something a little brighter, So that's what I'm using there. And wow, when I tell you this stuff was blowing everywhere, powder everywhere. But I really like this combination. Like I said, as I go on into the year, this is going to get perfected to the point where I can do like a no mirror challenge. That's what I'm trying to get, So yeah. So now I'm here with the powder on, and then I'm going to go ahead with my brush and I'm going to buff it out to the best of my abilities. And that's what you see me doing here, buffing away. And then I'm going into my Black Radiance pressed powder. This is the color Black Coffee, which I really like. It's a little bit deeper than Rich Mahogany, but that's still my boo. So if you don't got Black Coffee, get you some Rich Mahogany. You can still get the same look. Now, I am contouring to the gauze, but I have like almost dimples. They're not quite dimples, but like almost. And that's where I stop my contour at, like right there in my cheeks. And this is a baked powder from Sephora that I'm using to basically, oh no, that is my CoverGirl bronzer in Ebony. I added just a little bit of bronze. I apologize. That is the baked highlighter, and I'm going over that, adding a little glow. I'm moving fast. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, see that glow? Let my soul glow. I'm not going to do that anymore. I apologize. Yeah. So now I'm going in with my blush. I'm trying to make an attempt at getting some blush. This blush is old, so it's not really doing much. So I'm smiling to get the apples in my eyes pop out. It ain't work. I apologize. So now I'm going to line my lips with my regular schmegler brown lip liner. Doesn't have to cost $24 to line your lips. Just get your little dollar store brown lip liner. And that's what you see me doing here. And I'm going to go use my lip gloss in Dollhouse that I always use. Okay, so this is my baked powder from Sephora that I use to just kind of finish everything off. And then the next thing I'm going to do are my lashes. So I'm grabbing my lashes, getting them together, and then I'll go ahead and apply. Once you get your glue on, you just apply them, and then you pinch. So you can easily get them as close to the lash line as you can. And then you take your 2 fingers and you pinch them together and get them into the spot. It's a lot easier than you think. You just have to get up over the fear of hitting your eyeball or whatnot. And that's basically the reason why a lot of people are afraid to apply lashes, because they think they're going to poke themselves in the eye. So you just got to get it as close to your eyelash, and then you just take your finger and then you pinch your real lashes and then the fake lashes together, and you get them as close as you can. So that's what you see me doing there, and voila, they're on. Very simple. You might want to blink a couple times to make sure they're comfortable, and then you just keep pinching and you're good. And they're like swimwear. And then I noticed that a little bit of powder was over my my little line. So I grabbed my NYX matte liner, and that's what you see me doing there, just basically cleaning that line up and darkening it up after I put my lashes on. And now I'm doing the next eye. And yeah, so now I think it's time to get it together. And that is how you got this look here. That's how you got that look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys had fun watching how I put this video together. Also, if you guys do recreate these looks, I'm gonna need you to do me a huge favor. I'm gonna need you to go on over to Instagram. My username is TheRealDinaSmith. Go ahead and tag me to those pictures. I need to see how your work turned out. I need to see how them pictures turned out. Tag me. You can follow me on Instagram. I always follow back. You know, we're a big family over here. You know what I'm saying? I support you, you support me. Also, if you have a YouTube channel and you follow me or you subscribe to me, I will subscribe to you back, because you know, teamwork makes the dream work out here. So yeah, but The Real Dina Smith, follow me on IG. I'll follow back, and I want to see your looks. So don't forget, okay? Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your mama, tell your friends, tell your sister, tell your brother, your daddy. Be like, yo, look at my friend. She's on YouTube. Yeah. All of that. Even if they don't care, show them anyway. Show them anyway. Anyways, thanks guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.